just a quick bit of content with regards to how you score goals in MANvFAT. So obviously we know how to score goals on the pitch, some superb goals being scored on there, and they all count. But in terms of the scales, the goals are, and I'm going to try and keep this really short because Rob Taylor had a go at me. The way you score goals is team weight loss. So it's not just about your weight loss. Your weight loss goes on the top scorer chart, and we'll look at that towards the end of the season. But in terms of team weight loss, if one of you loses weight and the others don't, you score 1 goal, okay? If 2 of you lose weight, you still score 1 goal. 3, you score 2 goals. 4, same, 2 goals. So every odd number, it adds on a goal up to 9. So that means you can score a maximum of 5 goals off the pitch. So that means you can already go onto the pitch being 5-0 up. If you've all lost weight and the other team have not, you're 5-0 up to begin with. There's also then, and I'm just using this page straight from your handbook. So if you look in your handbook, it's one of those pages, how do you score goals? If you lose weight for 3 weeks, it doesn't have to be 3 weeks in a row, because that's not what it's about. It's about rewarding that consistency through the season, not consistency week to week to week, and then you drop off and then your head goes down. So if you lose weight in 1 week, 2 weeks, then you have a little blip. We're not going to say you have to do another 3 weeks before we say well done. Well done straight away, and when you're back on the horse. I had this conversation with a specific person this week. So a hat trick is when you've lost weight for 3 weeks, and you can do this 4 times in a season, because obviously there's 14 weeks, so you can do it up to week 12, and then you won't have enough to make another 3. 5% club, so we had loads of 5% yesterday. I think it was 6 of them. So you get 3 goals. So the purples were a perfect example. This week they made sure that they won on the pitch. They overturned a loss on the pitch, and they did that by the fact that 2 people had 5%. So they had 3 goals each. So that gave them 6 goals. So for 5%, you get 3 goals. For a hat trick, you get 1 goal. And then for those odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7 and 9, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals. That's just your loss. And then you can also do the same for 10%. So for the 10% club, you can also get your 3 goals. There is only one way you can lose goals. So actually putting on weight, we don't say there's anything wrong with that. That's absolutely fine. We don't penalise people for that. What we say is you just don't score. But if you go over your start weight, your reg weight, then we take off a goal. Now that hasn't happened. It doesn't happen very often, but in those first few weeks when it is a bit tricky, you know, and life gets in the way, that does happen. We don't overly dwell on it because we know what's going to happen. Weight loss isn't a linear thing, and it does go up and down. There are circumstances that affect that. But the main thing is how we score goals. We score goals by team weight loss, the hat tricks, the 5% club and the 10% club. The only other way we score goals is by tracking, because we know tracking is a really important tool. So tracking is a really important tool that we use. And the reason we use tracking as a really important tool is because people who track are more likely to lose weight. Those people who track, we award goals. So I believe it's between 1 and 3 people tracking, you get 1 goal. Between 4 and 6, you get 2 goals. 7, 8, 9, 3 goals, and 10 or more people tracking on your team, you get 4 goals. So there's lots of ways to score goals off the pitch. When we look at some of the highest scoring games this season in our league have been like 5 goals. If you consider you can already score that just with your scales, it just proves how valuable doing well on those scales are. So just in case you didn't know, that's how you score goals in MANvFAT. Like I said, in your binder there's a little page that'll explain it. Hopefully I've explained it pretty well there as well. Thanks so much, guys.